Look closely. This woman only tried to save a critically wounded man out of kindness. Never would she have imagined that when he woke up, he'd give her two choices: marry him or die. It all began on that Valentine's night. Her name was Lydia, a kind-hearted nurse. Having just finished her night shift, she was heading to a sweet date with her fiancé Jason. But by the roadside, she spotted a man covered in blood, clinging to his last breath. Acting on her nurse's instincts, Lydia wasted no time dragging him into an ambulance and tending to his wounds against the clock. The blade had sliced deep to the bone, mere millimeters away from his lungs. Little did Lydia know, this moment of compassion would bring her catastrophic disaster. The mysterious man was no victim of gang warfare. He was Luca Moretti, the city's most feared mafia godfather. By accidentally witnessing his secret, Lydia's fate was sealed forever. To silence her permanently, the ruthless godfather gave her an absurd ultimatum: become his wife or vanish from the earth. Of course, Lydia refused. She had a fiancé she adored, but she was kidnapped and locked away in his lavish mansion, a bird trapped in a gilded cage. Yet Lydia was strong. When forced to try on a wedding dress, she seized a guard's momentary lapse, fled for her life, and called the only person she could trust, Jason. But she didn't know her real hell was just beginning. When Jason picked her up, there was no joy on his face. Instead, he drove straight to a strange hotel. The man she loved and trusted had sold her to Luca's mortal enemy in exchange for half the profits of a casino. Watching Jason's betraying back as he slammed the door shut and staring at the leering stranger before her, Lydia was plunged into utter despair. Luca and his men arrived like divine warriors descending from the sky. The moment his rival recognized the head of the Moretti family, he was petrified. He dropped to his knees, begging for mercy. But Luca's eyes were cold as ice. He ordered his men to chop off the rival's hands and feet and feed him to the wolves in the woods. With brutal cruelty, he announced to the world, this woman belongs to him. The next morning, Lydia woke up with a splitting headache, her memory of the night a blur. And there, in front of her again, was Luca, slamming a marriage contract on the table, a pen placed right beside it. On one side, the scumbag fiancé who betrayed her and dragged her into the abyss. On the other, the tyrant godfather who imprisoned her, but saved her twice. This time, what choice will Lydia make?